enough is enough.
Hey guys, welcome back to the No Holds Barred Network with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host as always, the EVP of Giggles, the Heartbreak Chick, the Queen of the Indies, Tiffany. And today's special guest, I'm actually really excited about this since we're getting ready for some H2O tomorrow. We got my friend Anthraxx. What is going on?
Hey, what's up?
What you drinking?
Rain.
Okay.
It's the mango one. It's okay.
It's okay.
I prefer like the blue raz and sour apple, but they got rid of the sour apple. So.
Okay.
Like I switched off a Monster completely. Once I went into training, I was like, I can't do Monster anymore.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people say that they switch off of it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't drink those drinks. I'm sorry.
No, I can't anymore. Unless I'm gonna do like a match where I know I'm like gonna bleed. I'll probably get some sugar in me that way.
Yeah. I love it.
Other than that.
All right, well, I got some water. So, but I'm all rocking out in red and black for you. We got the red and black background going on here, but I'm wearing the red and the black and everything. So we're all here for you today. So guys, if you're new here to the Under the Rope series here, I interview everything independent wrestling, whether it's wrestlers, referees, backstage, ring announcers, anything independent wrestling, I got you covered. So if you guys have any questions that you would like to ask Anthraxx, I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. Bring on the crazy ones because he wants some crazy ass questions.
I don't care. I don't give a shit. Ask me whatever you want. Why is the grass green? Why is the sky blue? I might not have an answer to that, but I'll try my best.
But guys, if you could like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff for us, it would be greatly appreciated. So, so, we're gonna get this party started. Like I said, we got a lot to look forward to. So, but I think the number one question that, we should start off with is because you got injured and now here we are. This is why we're having the show tomorrow for you for like medical bills and all that. So first things first, how are you feeling?
I'm all right. I guess it's a day by day process. Like some days are worse than others. Some days are better than others. Like yesterday, I went out into the living room. This is why I don't get up and walk around much, because something bad always happens. I got up and walked in the living room, and there was a blanket on the floor. I think my dogs took it off the couch or something, and I had slipped on the blanket, and I came down on the fucking cast, and I was like, oh, God.
Oh, my goodness. Oof.
So, yeah, that freaked me out a little bit, but I'm okay. I actually have, I don't know if you could see it, but they gave me a red cast.
Ooh, I love
They
it.
asked me what color I wanted, and I said red. So I guess I just live the gimmick, right?
That's it. That's all you can do. Live the gimmick. I love it. Red's my favorite color, so I'm all about it. So again, that's why I said I'm matching with you. I'm wearing red and black for you. So, but I do have streamers. I don't have any black for tomorrow, so I'm sorry. But I have.
You got red ones.
I got red ones. I got like multi-pack. So, but.
All right.
I
Red
guess
works.
I'm just gonna like throw a red one at you, like. So now that I seem to like cause that, if you guys are going tomorrow, bring streamers because like that's what happened at the last show. I got everybody to bring some streamers, so bring streamers.
I always love streamers. It makes it feel more special.
Right,
You know?
like more people need to bring streamers. So guys, bring streamers if you're going.
It's
to
a lost art.
Yeah, this show is not actually going to be on IWTV tomorrow, is it?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, the No One's Safe show and the show after that, Gratitude, are not going to be live, but I'm going to assume, like every other H2O production, it'll be on there eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Benefit for Terror was on there.
Yeah.
That's under Sean Henderson production, I believe. And the first one we did, the first benefit show we did for G-Raver called Family, that is on there.
Yeah. I love that about H2O, and that's why like I've been focusing a lot on H2O with the interviews lately because I just love the family feel with it, and it's It's just a great vibe. I'm glad that I get to go there in person. Ryan Redfield's in the chat. He goes, yeah, red works, he says.
Yeah, red works. I stole Ryan's red and black gimmick. So
Ooh.
sorry, Ryan.
Ooh, we need a shame.
I stole it. I mean, he was my first match. So ever. So yeah, shout outs to Ryan.
Yeah. Good guy. He helped me out yesterday. I was like, he's the GOAT. I was like, he's definitely the GOAT helping me out. So
what did he help? I saw that. What did he help you out?
He was helping me out because now I switched to an iPhone, but I didn't know how to do something on Twitter.
See? You had the same problem I had when you switched to I switched to an iPhone like a month or two ago, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I have no idea what this is. What is happening?
I know. It's funny because I live off of a MacBook, and so it's like I'm familiar with it, but then there's just like certain things that you're like, oh, okay, I'm used to doing this like on a Droid. So
right.
It's a little, it gets a little confusing. So, but shout out to
shout out to Ryan for that, because if I had Ryan in my corner, I'd be like, Ryan, what the fuck is happening?
I love it. You guys see, I like it. I feel like I'm old now, so it's like I have to go ask the youngins, but like, can you like teach me how to do this?
I know, same, right? Like I'm 33 years old. I have no idea how to use anything.
And it was funny because I did a page. If you guys didn't subscribe to our Patreon, you could do it for like $1, the No Holds Barred Network. So we did an episode. I did it with our friend April and Jackie, and I was talking about H2O, and I was talking about the kids, right? About H2O, and then she's like, "You call them the kids," and she didn't know it. I said, "Well, they're young. They really are the kids. But then if they go to certain promotion, you actually see it on the screen where it says the kids."
Damn kids, get off my lawn.
Yeah. I love it. So Louis Ramos is in the chat. He goes, my boy. And Ryan says,
what up, Louis?
He goes, I'm pretty useful for a lot, especially for history. And you're a good encyclopedia, just so you know.
He is. You can ask him any question. He's probably going to have the answer about wrestling artifacts. The dude's it is so crazy. Like somebody will be talking about a random undiscovered. Like that was undiscovered.
Oh, yeah.
31 year was such and such today. I'm like, holy.
Yeah, we just had that the other day, like, and he's great. So, Ryan, we'll keep you around, okay? Nah, I love you guys. You guys are great. So let's go. Katie, I see you in the chat too. Also, shout out to you. Let's start off for people that don't know you. How did you get into professional wrestling?
Like how did I start following professional wrestling, or how I got into the business itself?
How did you get into the business itself?
All right. Well, a little fact that nobody really knows was I started my wrestling career a while ago, back in 2011. Mm-hmm. Really, 2011. I actually started training at CZW. I was actually in school when Frankie Picard and Connor Claxton were still students.
Wow.
So I have a history with them, and they knew me. Like when I first came to H2O, Frankie was like, "Oh shit," and Connor was like, "Yo, Mark, you're back," and it was like a big reunion. But yeah, I started my career back there, and then more kids happened, and then drama at CZW happened. It was like I didn't like the way things were going. There was a certain teacher, I won't mention any names, that was just like. He's out there now as like a fucking like he's canceled. We'll put it that way.
Okay.
But yeah, so I had to stop training there, and then I went back. It's funny, every time I go back to wrestling, more kids pop out. So I went back to New Moon Rising actually, and then they closed down. Mm-hmm. So I stopped, and then Matt opened up his school, but wasn't the school yet. It was me and Sean Henderson and a couple other kids in there, and then another kid, and family stuff and life happened, so I had to stop. But now I'm here, and I'm actually thankful I came to H2O because it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Nah, H2O is great. Definitely, like I just
like me and Matt have known each other for years. Mm-hmm. There's actually pictures online and on Botchamania of him standing in the crowd with me, and one of his family members had made a sign that said "You're a douchebag," directed towards DJ Hyde when they had that big feud going on.
Yeah.
And how she wrote out "You're a douchebag" was YOUR. So essentially I was calling myself a douchebag. But yeah, he was standing right next to me the whole time, and it was a special moment for me as a fan at the time. But yeah, me and Matt have known each other for years.
Matt's great. It was funny. I was going through my time hop today, and I found the thumbnail of when I had Matt on the Under the Rope series. So it was just so funny. I was like, oh, look, it's about a year now that I had Matt on the podcast. So it's so great. And who really has anything bad to say about Matt?
Nothing.
Nobody's got anything bad.
He's one of the greatest people ever. Like, if there was a motto he lived by, and it's a motto that Danny Havoc lived by, it's nice to be nice.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a motto that I truly live by, because I treat people the way I would want to be treated. Right. So in the long run, it's nice to be nice.
Yeah, definitely. I also like to get the perspective of the wrestlers for the fans, because I know who you are, but I like to give both sides, because I'm going to go deeper into other matches. But in your opinion, for a fan that's never seen you before, what is your go-to match that they should watch right now?
Well, first you have to get IWTV.
Yes.
That's number one. And if you don't have it, you're missing out on a whole lot, even more than H2O. But our entire catalog, most of our entire catalog is on there. But go-to match for me, there's probably two that really like stand out, that gives you a perception of who I am. And that's my match with Marcus Mathers at Subterranean Violence Volume 9. It was a Mind Games death match. And we went fucking crazy in that match. We went like 18 goddamn minutes.
Yeah. It
was nuts. And then my recent match with Louis, which I'm very proud of that match.
It was really, really good. It was funny because all these matches were questions that I was going to bring up on the podcast, and I was there. I was there for your match with Louis, and I seen you got carried out, and I seen like you say to your wife, like, "Yeah, I broke it."
Yeah, I did. I looked over there. I was like, "Yeah," I said, "It's broke," and she's like, "What?" I was like, so yeah, that was
Yeah, we were. She was sitting not too far from me, and it was funny because I love the crowds at H2O, and like people get really worked up, and they were saying somebody was saying to to Louis to hit your ass or something with the
and
bat.
And he did.
And she was your wife.
I like his ass.
Yeah, I was dying. So this is what I love about wrestling. So, and at least like your wife's like a great sport, because I've seen those like people that are like no, like, so I'm so glad. That was really funny.
She's something, and she hates the fact that I go out there and try and like mutilate my body or everything like that, but she understands it.
Yeah.
And in the long run, chicks dig scars, I guess, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a bunch of wrestlers like up close and personal that are full-on deathmatch wrestlers, and I'm like, oof, like, you're back. I mean, even like Nolan Edward, when I was at one of the last shows, and I ran into him, and I just like saw his back like in person. I'm like, oof, like.
Hey, it's. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds kind of sick, but the goal of mine is to get my back to look like that one day.
Yeah. No.
I mean, it sounds kind of sick, but every scar has a story.
Yeah, no, they definitely did. Dawn screaming Anthraxx in the chat. Lewis says, the main thing I remember from carrying you out was, did it look good, at least, your words.
Yeah, I if you go back whenever he posted TJ and Friends, I don't know if you're familiar with his work.
Yeah.
But he was there, and he was actually in the back when I was back there.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't scream in pain once. I had a smile on my face, and I was laughing the whole time. I was just asking everybody, did it at least look good? And it was like, yeah, it's fucking great. I was like, well, okay. And I was so proud because I was like, I said one of the quotes, I was like, I got mad color, so I'm pretty happy about that.
It's funny because I got to talk to Louis too even the next day, and he's like, man, I feel so bad. He's like, I gave him like a great match, and, and he was like, I feel so bad. He goes, that it happened at the end, and
Louis definitely he was anybody that ever worked with Louis in the future or worked with him in the past can tell you, like, working with him is cake, man.
Yeah.
He's so fun to work with. And trust and believe that we are going to do it again.
Oh, good. I'm like,
and the stakes are probably going to be raised higher than they were this time because,
ooh.
you know, what we did last time, like we got to up the bar on that. We're definitely going to do it again. That's the right way to do it. Let me come back. Let me do this shit with him again and raise the bar even higher.
Oh man, just don't do it again.
No, I think me jumping off the Widow's Walk is that's kind of done.
You guys,
maybe I'll get thrown off of it one day. Maybe I'll take a back bump off of it. But jumping off of it like that, I think I'm done. With that.
You guys, you make me nervous. All of you is when you get up there. Like, oh god, I was like, I feel like I need to bring out the med kit for you guys. I don't know.
Like Matt's one quote afterwards is like you crazy son of a bitch.
I love it. I love it so much. So I want to know what's the origin of Anthraxx? Like, where did it come from?
The name itself, everybody thinks it came from like the band and shit. Like I like Anthraxx the band, don't get me wrong, but it actually came from Preacher. Preacher gave me the name Anthraxx when I first came to school. First started training. He's like, I got to come up with a nickname for you, just to come up with a nickname, because he comes up with nicknames for everybody. Like we have a new student that just tried out and passed, and is in like his second class, I think, that was like his second class, and his nickname is now Thor. So. Because he has long blonde hair. I don't know. Preacher has weird nicknames for everybody. He came out with a nickname for Gigi called Gigi, and nobody he knows what Gigi means, but I forget what it means. So the origin for that was Preacher came up with the name because he said I look like I belong in the band Anthraxx, or I look like I belong like being like a roadie or something for Anthraxx, and it just stuck. It got over with a lot of the boys, and they started chanting my name. I was like, I think I'm going to keep this name. I think it fits me really well.
Right.
Truth be told, maybe I will change the name in the future. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But for right now, that's the origin of Anthraxx. To me, Anthraxx is the virus itself. Like it's the virus that will literally kill you. So that's my take on it. Like it's not based off of the band. That's not me. I'm Anthraxx, and I'm going to fucking kill you.
Ryan says, I remember what it means, but you should guess.
That's what it means. I mean, I think everybody knows the definition of anthrax. If you don't Google it, it's basically like a virus.
Oh, I think he meant with the whole Gigi thing.
The Gigi thing, yeah, Ryan knows what it means. I actually don't remember. Ginger something. I know it's ginger something or something ginger.
Well, I'm sure Ryan will tell us. So.
Yeah, Ryan. Encyclopedia.
Right. Yeah, he really is. He's the human encyclopedia. I love it. So I know you and I had this conversation off air, but I wanted to bring up during the podcast. But we need to talk about Chris Bradley and the microwave spot.
Jesus Christ. The microwave thing. All right. So another match you can check out by me was, I think in my opinion, it was like my coming out party, because that day meant a lot to me to actually go on to the finals of Heir to Thy Throne, which is on IWTV. So the first round was me versus Alex Stretch versus Chris Bradley in a don't break anything in the kitchen match. I don't exactly remember who brought it. I think it was Alex that brought the microwave. And we were all like looking at this thing like, how the fuck are we going to use this? Because it was really heavy. So the idea was, Alex said, I just want to throw it at somebody. I was like, no, you're not throwing this microwave at anybody. So it came up with, Bradley's like, well, why don't I just put somebody's head in it and I'll slam it on there? So we came up with the idea, like, yeah, I'll fucking take it. So that's basically what happened. I did something to Alex. I went outside to go after Bradley, and he cut me off and threw me into the microwave and slammed. The first two shots weren't that bad. You don't hear him, but he does it the third time. He's like, he's cooked, and says something else, and then slams as hard as he could. Yeah. And then though, because Payback's a motherfucker, Alex came out with a baseball slide and literally baseball slid the microwave into Bradley, and it cut his leg up. Got a nice little gash in his leg, really fucking deep, because the microwave was really heavy. So yeah, he's got a nice little scar in his thigh now from that microwave.
I mean, I popped so hard during that match, and I was
Yeah,
bald.
I know. And you laughed at me when Marcus hit me with the light tube. Like, what's up with that?
I'm sorry. I'm
Like, that
terrible.
was it just the way it came out? Like, I was like, fuck you. And he's like, go fuck yourself, bitch. And hit me with it.
I'm a terrible person. Hey, Chuck
I mean,
Payne.
it gets even worse, though, because he's like, he gets me in the submission. And he's like, fucking tap, pussy. I was like, motherfucker.
I rewatched that yesterday too, the match with you and Marcus, because I just wanted to rewatch it. But yeah, I just, it's some of the things I just crack up at. So I'm sorry if I'm not laughing at you. I laugh at the whole thing. So
it's fine. Like that shot though, that shot where I said fuck you and he said go fuck yourself, bitch, and he hit me, like literally like put a hole in the back of my neck.
Damn it, Marcus. All right, we're going to have a talk tomorrow, okay?
Put a hole in the back of my neck.
We're having a talk tomorrow. So Ryan said it was genocidal ginger, by the way.
Genocidal ginger. There you go. See, I knew it was ginger in there somewhere.
Yeah. So, very good.
But
very good.
yeah, the hole in the back of my neck, like when because it doesn't show you it on the IWTV broadcast of it.
Mm-hmm.
The live version it does. But after the match was over, he comes up to me, shakes my hand, kisses me on the forehead.
Aww.
And then I collapse. So, but then I stand up and the fans are chanting my name and I'm like, yeah, man, it's fucking awesome. And then my wife is in the background and she has this look on her face like, oh my God. Because the back of my neck was like split. And she was like literally almost jumped in the ring.
Oh, man. Crazy. Oh, hello, doggy.
Yeah, my dogs are outside.
I love it. Chuck Payne's putting his hand across his head, so I guess that's for me because I'm just a terrible person laughing at everything.
He did what? He put his hands on his
the
head?
hand on his head emoji in the chat. So hey, but there's so many things that I laugh at. Like I gotta have, like, I'm gonna get everybody on the podcast. I'm gonna get Chuck on here too. But like I was dying even the chat soiree with him and G Raver, and I lost my mind. But like,
yeah.
But
right?
even the footage that I have that I was posting up on social was great because.
But speaking of Chuck, real quick, Chuck is actually selling prints that my wife took tomorrow. Two sets of prints, and he's going to be signing them all, and he's doing it for me. So I love you, Chuck, for that. If you're still watching, thank you so much.
Oh, he said no, the microwave. Oh, he's laughing at the microwave.
Yeah, the microwave. That's another thing. Before the show, Chuck actually was the one that was like, nobody's throwing this at anybody. Like, he was like, literally like, no, what? Nobody's using this microwave. But ended up using the microwave.
I think it should be a shirt. I talked about this with Bradley. I was like, I think you should make that like a merch shirt, the microwave.
Yeah, my head in the microwave. And like it says he's cooked.
I'm for this. I'm all about it. So let's make some merch. Like, seriously. I also want to talk about Heir to the Throne because you got to work with Mitch Vallon. So I just wanted to, how did you feel about it? How was like your experience?
Good. Actually, me and Mitch actually get along really well. And for obvious reasons, but we get along really well. And our chemistry, like on screen as like him being my mentor, came off really well. You could search for it. It's out there somewhere. Like we cut this promo and it was like, it literally, what was it? On Instagram, it got over like, I don't know how many views it has now, but during the time before Heir to the Throne, it had over like 1,000 some views. It was wild.
I love that Heir to the Throne. It's such a great concept.
It is. Maybe we're going to do it again. I don't know if we're going to go as crazy, but we're definitely going to maybe look into doing that again in the future. But yeah, it was a blast working with Mitch. And then I got to actually work him at Pay Your Dues, and that was awesome. It's probably one of my best non-deathmatch matches was with Mitch. Like, we beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, Ryan just brought that up because not to mention you and Mitch had a great match as well.
Yeah, we beat the fuck out of each other. If you go back and watch that match, it's at Pay Your Dues, Put Up or Shut Up. Like,
yeah.
he slaps me and slaps me and does it again and again and again. hurt.
What is with these vets like really putting on the slaps? Because like
I don't know, but I mean, I can tell you this, and Mitch can tell you this. Every shot he gave to me, I gave right back to him, and it was a really stiff, fun match, and I want to work Mitch again with a little more lenience on the rules, because I think me and Mitch can really have a kick-ass, like hardcore style match.
well, maybe I'm for it. I'm for anything. So this is why you have to have IWTV, because you need to go back and watch all these matches that everybody has. Like I could go back and just watch matches because they're that good.
Yeah, that whole show, put up or shut up, was amazing. Like from the opening ladder match, where Chris or Bradley and Ross won the tag titles, that match is phenomenal. Yeah. And then you have Declan versus Homicide. That match is also phenomenal. And then me and Mitch, it was really, really good. And Ryan versus GG in the main event was really, really good.
Yeah, definitely go back and check these out, guys, if you haven't watched it already. So I want to know what the deal with the fork is. How did the whole fork thing start with you?
So the fork thing started with me and Mitch's promo for Air to Thy Throne. Mitch had the idea, was like, because Matt had all these things hanging up during the entrance. I'm sure you've seen it, just like road signs and stuff like that. So the fork was there, and Mitch is like, "Can we use this fork?" He's like, "Yeah, go ahead, use it." So we used it in the promo, and then I go to give it back to him, and he's like, "It's yours now, brother. Keep it." I was like, "Wow." So that's actually the last. Matt told me that's one of the last forks he ever used, was that one, and he gave it to me. So it's such an honor and a privilege to actually be able to use Matt's fork and actually bring it and have it in my own, like make it my own. Yeah, it's really an honor. That's where the whole fork thing comes up. Like I don't bring it to the ring with me all the time, but when I do, like the crowd knows like somebody's getting shanked.
Bring on the blood. I'm ready for it. So it's funny because we're talking a lot about Matt. So, and I've been asking a lot of students and even vets, but like, what did it mean to you at the last extravaganza to like watch him retire?
Very, it was very sentimental, because I've watched him through his whole career. Like, and a part of the reason, like, I actually knew for a fact, like, I always known I wanted to be a professional wrestler. And I always known, like, I want to do this deathmatch stuff. But when I saw Matt live, it was probably like the second or third time I actually ever seen him live, and it was Tangled Web. I forget what number it was, but it was him versus DJ Hyde. And it was the match where DJ chokeslams him through the Tangled Web, really. And he slices his arm up. His pants fall down because he's so caught in it. He's like, he ripped him the ribbons. But that match made me like go like, man, I'm going to do this now. Like, this is something I want to do. Watching him through his whole career and him actually giving me the start, like to the fire to actually want to do this. And then him now being my trainer, it was very emotional for me, especially like the end when he wouldn't quit. Like, it was very emotional time. It was one of the best death matches I've ever seen, but it was a very emotional moment for all of us, like not just me, for everybody in that crowd, all the students. Like, I think we all like shed a tear or two when he was in that ring.
Yeah, I wish I was there for that show, but I watched it live with a bunch of friends. I remember I had a bunch of friends here, but that's why I like asking everybody like what it meant to them, because it is very important. And a lot of the students have said like, well, now he's like retiring for us, and like he's training us. And
well, best believe if Matt ever comes out of retirement, I'm calling him out. So I've told him this. Yeah, he knows this. Like I said, Matt, if you ever come back, I'm calling you out. And he's like, please do. I was like, well, all right then, because that's one dream match. That's like number one on my bucket list of people. Like, everybody's like, who's your bucket list of people? And Matt's always number one, because like there's such a history there that I would love to actually just have one match with him. I could retire happy if I have a match with Matt.
Chris Bradley's in the chat, and he wants me to ask you because since it is my thing that I have the list of husbands, and I have been randomly asking, and I know like Chris likes coming into my chats and like because he called it out, you know, before he came on my podcast with our Under the Ropes interview. So he's been doing it even now that I'm doing backstage stuff. So whoever's around me, he goes, okay, give it. So he wants me to ask you to give your list of wives.
Oh, Jesus.
You got to give 3.
Oh, boy. Okay, I guess. Mickey Knuckles, number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's something about her. Maybe she reminds me of my
She's
wife.
beautiful.
I don't know.
I love it. She's beautiful.
She is. But, you know, she's so kick-ass in the ring. Like, she's fucking badass. I would love to wrestle her one day, too. She's so awesome.
Ooh.
Number 2.
Stan, make that happen. Stan, make it for the intergender.
Yeah, Stan, please,
Yeah.
Stan. Me and Stan are brothers. Like, we both have broken leg things going on right now. So, number 2, Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Alexa.
he wants me to ask you to give you because I do have my independent. So he wants you to purposely make it independent wrestlers.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. So then,
Because definitely.
all right.
We're making really hard here.
Number 1 is Mickey. Number 2 is probably Faye. Faye is
Yeah. I
Faye
love
Jackson.
Faye.
Woo! Faye. And number 3. Fuck. It's so hard. Because it's like,
And I'm only asking you guys for 3. Like,
I know.
my list is like continues, like the long list.
I think I made a joke a couple days ago to you when we were talking. I was like, I think I'm number 20 on your list, right?
Yeah.
So number 3. Jesus. I don't. Is she still independent, Kimberly? Is she still independent?
I would consider her still independent.
No. So
There
Kimberly.
you go. I would still consider her definitely independent.
Or fuck it. Since she's independent now, she's not signed anymore. Ruby Riott.
There you go. There you go. There's the list. I like the list. So I approve. All right. So I have some fun questions for you because you wanted some, and like I figured, well, I just have like 3 or whatever.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
So
Do it.
actually, what TV sitcom would you star in?
Sons of Anarchy.
Ooh. Okay.
I've watched Sons of Anarchy back to back like at least like 7 or 8 times. It's that good of a show.
It's that good. It's that
Mhm.
good. I hate that they took it off Netflix.
I know they did, but I have
Rude.
Hulu. It's on Hulu.
I don't like Hulu. Everybody loves Hulu. I can't stand Hulu.
I can't stand Hulu either. I don't watch it. I don't know why I have a subscription to it, but it's there.
Yeah.
It's on there. So
There you go. So definitely.
like years ago, just to watch like WWE when it was actually tolerable.
Mhm.
But all the whole show's not even on there. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So
See?
it's dumb.
So it's like what? That's why I refuse to have Hulu because it's just annoying. So
I know. It's
screw
dumb.
you guys.
And then they wanted you could pay for cable and all that stuff on Hulu, and it's like it's just too expensive. Fuck you, Hulu.
They're crazy. They're absolutely crazy. So okay, so what is your go-to sitcom that like on TV like now?
I don't really watch much TV, to be honest with you. But if I had to pick a sitcom on TV, it's so weird because all the sitcoms and stuff I watch now are like on like Netflix and stuff. You know, so,
I feel like everybody's doing that though, because I just like live on like Netflix or HBO
right.
Max.
A lot of them are Netflix originals though too. So it's like.
Okay, so what are the originals? What's like the recommended one that you would tell people to watch?
There's this one that I recently discovered. I don't know if they're making any new episodes or not, but I know there's 3 seasons on there. I honestly forget what it's called. But it stars that comedian Aziz Ansari, whatever his name is, the Indian comedian guy.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I'm blank. Ryan, you're the encyclopedia.
He's not gonna know what it is, but it's the funniest damn show. Like, and I recently just discovered it and been binge watching it. Like, that's like my go-to right now till I finish it.
Yeah.
Let me try and think of a sitcom on actual TV. Fuck. Law and Order SVU, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
Like some of those episodes are just really good.
Yeah.
Like there's one with Robin Williams that's just phenomenal, where Robin Williams plays a heel,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, damn, he's so good.
Okay. Okay. What food do you dislike the most and why?
What food do I dislike the most of mine? I guess like see, I would say like shrimp and shit, but I actually recently got into it because I've been going to hibachi a lot because it's not even like it's like all like protein shit, and they give you that shrimp that's like fried and it's like really good. So I can't say that anymore.
I'm like that with you too because that's the only like kind of time that I'll eat shrimp.
Right, and I actually tried sushi, believe it or not, for like the first time when I went to hibachi, and I was like, wow, this is really good.
Yeah. So you just gotta find what you like.
Right.
Pretty much.
I guess I would say just basic bitch stuff like fucking like broccoli with like no butter or cheese on it. Like I just don't like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I really will eat anything though. Like I'll try anything, but like I guess it's like basic bitch stuff like that. I just don't like it.
Basic bitch. I can't. Okay, what's the go-to cheat meal?
Oh, I would say pizza, but pizza's not really a cheat meal because it's like you can get decent pizza that's not terrible for you.
Yeah. Do the cauliflower pizza now, like
cauliflower pizza's the fucking shit.
See?
Though. It's awesome.
It's good, definitely.
Panzerotti.
Okay.
There's my go-to cheat is a panzerotti.
There you go. Okay, so what's some other things you like to do when you're not in a squared circle?
Before I was fucking a cripple.
Oh
no. Playing with my kids, I guess, because my life really revolves around like working. Well, it did. Working, going to school, working, and then spending time with my family. I guess playing video games. Okay. And Ryan can definitely relate to that, right, Ryan?
Oh yeah, we talked about it. I'm gonna have to do like another like round table or something and get like a whole bunch of guys to come on. But I'll be there tomorrow. Maybe we'll have some fun chatting. Maybe I'll get some people to have a dance party with again. So me and Chad are having a dance party.
I can't dance, but I'll be in my wheelchair.
There you go.
Like spin around in circles.
Oh, so I'll just push you around.
Yeah, do it. Fuck it. But no, like. Video games, really, because I used to be a big tournament player for fighting games. So, like, that's like my number one go-to thing is like fighting games because I'm really good, but I don't play them as much anymore because I don't have time.
Right.
But I will see anybody in a fighting game. I don't care which one it is. Okay. I will throw money on the table.
Ooh, all right. So I feel like I should like paper streamer your wheelchair tomorrow.
Do it. Fuck it.
Let's do it. Get some red and black balloons. And,
like here's the thing. It's like I'm gonna ask Matt about it tomorrow. I'm sure he'll be fine with it. Like I literally want to come out before the show starts and like thank everybody and stuff and like have one more like fucking entrance, with my theme song and stuff like that, just to give me a little bit of feeling. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you guys, the fans, for being there, and I want to thank the wrestlers that are working the show because it means a lot to me. Without you guys, the fans, and without the wrestlers, I don't know if I would actually be able to make it through this whole thing because it's on like a real level, like it's really depressing. Like it is, and without like everybody reaching out to me, I don't think I would make it through this whole thing. Like I don't know, like it's something like laying in bed the whole time, not being able to do anything, and like I get up and I move around and stuff, but it's like you can only move around so much. I tried my damnedest yesterday to change my 2-year-old's diaper. It was so fucking hard. Like he was like running around. I caught him. I eventually changed it, and it's one of those poopy diapers. Fuck! Like this is so hard.
I definitely feel ya. I mean,
the point was when I come out, if I come out tomorrow at the beginning of the show, streamer the fuck out of me.
Woo, guys! Bring the streamers, red and black, or if you can't get black, get red. Okay? I got it.
That's fine too.
I got it. So I already got.
Like that's red and black aren't even my favorite colors. Purple and green are my favorite colors.
Well, I got those in the freaking thing too. So if you want me to throw some of those, I will too.
Do it. Like purple and green are my favorite colors. Red and black was just something I picked for Anthraxx because I feel like it fit the character.
Lewis says he accepts the video game challenge.
Fuck it.
I feel
Bring
like
it.
we should bring a Switch and like have this going on. So yeah, we're bringing streamers, Melissa. So Melissa and her daughter, it's gonna be their first H2O show. So they're definitely coming for your show. So see, bring streamers, and I got some streamers in my car. So I need to start buying
I'm sure
bulk.
she'll have a ball throwing streamers around.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just tell her not to try and hit anybody in the face with it.
No, that's my job. That's my job. So I get points when I do that because I've done that at promotions, and they were like, "How many points is it if you hit number one husband?"
I used to make jokes like that all the time in a car. I'd be like, you want, like, people are crossing the road, like, it's like they don't know how to fucking, like, you're walking in traffic. Like, what is your deal? Like, it's like 10 points if you hit this person. It's 100 points if you hit a grandma.
Yeah. Like it. Hey Conrad, what's up? He goes, I want to see the exclusive footage Tiff of video game challenge. Well,
Yes.
if somebody brings, I'll put it on the network because I'll take footage of it if we play tomorrow. So if somebody wants to bring like a Switch or something, we can play that.
To be fair, and I'm gonna be honest with everybody, and everybody's gonna hate me for this. I do play it, but I don't consider Super Smash Brothers a fighting game. But I do play it. But I consider it more of a party game. But there is a competitive scene out there for it, worth like a lot of fucking money in this game. But I don't consider it a fighting game.
Yeah, I get it because it's not the traditional.
No, it's that.
I get it. No, so we play Mario Kart. That's what we play.
Mario Kart, I'm down with that. Like, that's fine too. But that's not a fighting game either, Tiff.
I know. Listen, I'm trying here. So Lewis says, sorry, brother, you're done, man. And Melissa's daughter, Melissa said she only throws spoons at people. She did. She threw a spoon at who did she throw a spoon at? It was one of the guys at Invictus. It was really
I'm down with that. Like, when I get back in the ring, throw a spoon at me and I'll use it in the match, hands down.
There you go. Perfect. So we have it. But actually, since we're talking about tomorrow, let's pull up the match card here and let's go through this. So there's 7 matches right now. I mean, damn. Like, it doesn't really matter to me because I feel like every match is exciting.
Every match is different in its own way. You know what I mean? It's such a diverse card.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it before.
Yeah. I love it. So we're not getting any like tag team, but the tag team champs have their own matches going on tomorrow too, which is crazy. So we have Chris Bradley and Ryan Redfield. So this is going to be a banger. I'm scared.
If nobody's seen it yet, Ryan just put out a pretty good promo on all social media. And in the promo, he says he's not doing it for him. He's not doing it for Bradley. He's not doing it for himself. He's doing it for me. So that was kind of heartwarming. So if you're doing it for me, Ryan, I expect to, throw that belly to belly that I do in there somewhere.
Ooh, I love it. Chris Bradley says he loves the American Idol game for PS2.
Oh my fucking God. That's trash, bro. You trash.
Can I get some like a microwave spot tomorrow? Or Chris, can you I'm sorry, Ryan, I love you to freaking death, so I apologize what I'm about to say, but can you hit Ryan with a box of rice-a-roni for me tomorrow?
Rice-a-roni?
So there's a joke.
Oh man. This should lay him on the ground like thumbtacks.
Oh, there you go.
I'm sure they'll stick to your back when you're sweaty and shit, so you got rice all over your fucking back.
That's it. This interview's done. I'm dead. That's it. It's over. Sorry, guys. Yes, I'm all for it. But yeah, if I get some rice-a-roni love tomorrow, I'm gonna freaking lose my shit. So, yeah. So, back to the matches. We also have Christian Ross versus Preacher. This is gonna be a really good match.
Weird. I actually wanted Preacher to be on the card because I he's been such a good person to me through all of this, and even when I was just like, even when I was training and stuff, like he was a really really good. He saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, or I don't know why, like because it was his idea to like debut me. I was like, let's debut him, and I was like, fuck, man. And then through this whole injury thing, like he's called me like almost like every day or every other day to reach out and check on me. And it means the world to me. And I really wanted him to be on this card. So I hope that Boss doesn't kill him too bad.
Oh man, so it's gonna be a banger of a match. We have Jimmy Loin versus Kennedy Copeland. Man, I like my intergender, man. Like, let's go.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I think we might see some weapons in this one.
Ooh, I'm for it. So we have Declan Grant and Austin Luke. This is gonna be another. I swear, every match on this is good. Like,
that's definitely gonna be a banger because I know like they're both like hard hitting and stiff people. I've worked Austin. I would love to work him again. But I worked him at an Undiscovered, and we just beat the piss out of each other. And I haven't really worked Declan too much, but I worked him at Heir to the Throne, but it was just me like beating the shit out of him. So I'm sorry, Declan. like literally, like if you go back and watch that match, he literally got like nothing in. It was just me like hitting him with weapons and hitting him with a whole bunch of stuff.
right.
But me and Declan, we have that respect. We're brothers, and I know he's gonna like kill it tomorrow.
Gonna be good again every match. Then we have Mike Quest Santiago and Mitch Vallon versus Leroy Robinson, Victoria Pop, and Reed Walker. Oof, let's go.
Yeah, that's gonna be something. Here's the thing about Mike Quest. I actually wanted him to be on the show too, and at first he said he didn't know if he wanted to do it, but then I guess he decided to. Little known fact about that with me and Mike Quest is, before my debut match, I was like struggling, like, what the fuck am I gonna do for my gear, and what am I gonna do for boots? Like, I don't want to be one of these guys that just wears the kick pads over like your wrestling shoes. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It is what it is. But I don't see myself really throwing too many kicks. And I feel like if you're gonna wear kick pads, you need to throw kicks.
Yeah.
But he actually gave me his old pair of boots, and he gave me the singlet that's his. So the singlet you see me wear in the ring and the boots you see me wear to the ring, I owe that to Mike Quest because those were his, and he passed them on to me, and I was like, man, that's really cool.
That's cool. That is cool. I hear a lot of stories like that, so that's definitely really cool. And I'm excited about this, the Space Cowboys versus Dylan and Marcus Matters.
Yeah, that's a show stealer.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited. So
That'd be a show stealer.
if you could come, guys, come tomorrow. If people want to donate or anything, is there anywhere that they can? I forgot to ask you about that.
If they want to donate, just you can DM me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I will give you my information to like a Zelle or Cash App or PayPal, stuff like that. I have all that stuff, which is probably in my wife's name, but whatever. If you want to buy a t-shirt, I have them. I have limited sizes, but I did order more, so I have more. But if you want to buy a t-shirt, I can, they're $30, but that's shipping included if you need me to send it to you. If you're not at the show tomorrow, I will be having shirts on sale tomorrow, and I have decals that are going to be on sale tomorrow too.
Awesome. Check that out. So also, if like that, like if you want, I'll post pictures for you guys also, so you guys can see tomorrow. Maybe like if there's leftover after, if you guys still want to be part of that, please,
It means the world to me. Everybody that's donated so far, bought a shirt so far, it means the absolute world to me. It's so weird going into this whole thing with the injury. I didn't really know like the fan base that I had until now. I appreciate it. It's weird to be liked and respected. It takes getting used to. Like I'm sure, like people recognize you from your podcast all the time. It's like wow, it's really strange.
Oh yeah. I get it. It's weird.
Like there's a story, like really quick, that when I went to the hospital, when I had the surgery, I didn't know this at the time, but when I went back to get the stitches removed and this other cast put on, my doctor, my surgeon told me that, yeah, there was somebody that was in the surgery room. I don't know, he was working some machine. He's like, yeah, I know this guy. This is Anthraxx. I knew this injury before he even came in here. I was like, what? And then I went into the next room. This other guy, like, that loves wrestling, has talked to me. And then I go out. Then I'm going out to check out. And then there's another guy that's like knows of H2O and knows of Matt Tremont and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is so weird. It's a weird thing. I don't know how to take it.
It's a good thing. I mean, like, even me, like, I'll never get used to it when people recognize me with the pod. I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm
it's
just
strange.
a podcaster. I'm like, I'm no one special. I was like, I just sit here and
Exactly.
chat with you
Like-
guys. Like, you guys put in work, though. Like, and me, like, I'm just here. I'm asking questions. you
And then I
know?
have a whole show dedicated to me tomorrow. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
so weird. Who the fuck am I? You know what I mean? It's like, I have a whole show dedicated to me tomorrow. So it's like, everybody's there to support me. And I was like, wow, this is, I love it, but it's so weird.
It's so cool though, and I love
Yeah.
that about Matt, that he like caters to all you guys. That it's like, you know, Chad had his spectacular soiree, like, and then he did that, and Sean Henderson has his shows, and then, like you said, like G Raver had his thing, and Tara had her thing, like, and then
Yep.
it's just so amazing, and I think that's one of the things that I love so much. And it's not always deathmatch wrestling, which you have your fan base that really, really loves deathmatch wrestling, and it's not always that. And when I came a couple of weeks ago, which show was that? The one that we were talking about earlier with Chuck Payne and G Raver, and it was like this complete comedy.
That was Chad's show. Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, so it was complete comedy, and I was
That
like,
match is one of the best matches I've ever seen. I don't care what
I go
anybody
back.
says. That match was amazing.
the footage, like, and just watch. I can't wait for this is available on IWTV, because the world needs to see this. And
Everybody needs to see that match.
Frankie, like, I tell Frankie Picard all the time, are you doing another cigarette review? Because that broke the living shit out of me, and Jeff Cannonball screaming. And I think Stan's face, I gotta bring this up with him because Stan's coming on next week. Stan's face was actually, I might load it into the program for next week so you guys can see it,
Do it.
because Stan's face is everything.
Yes, Stan's so good. I don't care what anybody says. Like, yeah, he's a comedy wrestler and stuff like that, but he's so good.
Yeah.
He's so good. It's just the gimmick and everything he's come up with works so well that it's just like, it's him.
Yeah.
It's just him. I can just see him at home right now, just shaking a shake weight.
And he's another one that I've been keeping tabs with since his injury as well, because, like, I know how it feels to go through surgery and be, like, helpless, and it just sucks, but it's going
Yeah,
by
like-
fast, right? Like, now even like you had your
me,
surgery.
Like I said, me and Stan are like brothers like that.
Yeah.
Now, because we both have pretty similar injuries.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, but, you know, even for the both of you, like, I'm glad you guys are doing well, and, like, I can't wait for you guys to come back, and I'm looking forward to
I
tomorrow.
mean, things are really like, I'm getting better faster than I actually imagined. Like, as an update, like, the stitches came out sooner than I expected. They were supposed to come out 2 weeks in. They came out a week and 2 days in.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
that healed fast, and the doctor said, like, 2 weeks from that, they'll put me in the boot.
Mhm.
Then 2 weeks from that, I can actually start putting weight on it and going to physical therapy. So the second I go to physical therapy, it's on.
Yup, definitely. I get it. So I have one final question for you, and if you guys have any other questions, drop them in the chat. I like to ask everybody this because I do get asked to, you know, like, fans do legit ask me, and they do watch these interviews with whoever I have on, and if they're training to be a wrestler or thinking about getting into the business, what's a piece of advice that you would give them?
Stay in school. Stay in, like, actual school if you're still in school. Finish school. Like, you could train too, because, like, Marcus Mathers, people like that, they went to high school, but he just graduated. But he also has, you know, something to fall back on. Because, you know, everybody wants it to be their dream, but It might not work out the way you want it to. It might work out the way you want it to. You never know. Stay in school. Another advice I can give is keep with it. Keep up with it. Don't ever give up. Don't let anybody tell you or put you down. You do you. Follow your dreams. Like anybody that has dedication can do this. Like wrestling's not for everybody, but if you have the dedication, the will, the drive, your dreams can come true. I guess another advice I would give is don't go into this thinking it's going to be a cakewalk, because it's not. There's going to be a lot of blood, sweat, and tears shed just to get to your debut, but it'll all be worth it in the end as long as you stick with it. Wrestling's hard. Like people think it's easy, but being a professional wrestler is really hard, and it isn't for everybody. But like I just said, like if you have the dedication and the will and the drive, you can do it. And H2O is probably the best place to do it. If you're not from Jersey, there's other great schools out there. Don't go to some carny fucking person that's going to take your money. Don't ever sell yourself short. Yeah. Go to somebody with some background. Look up the person that runs the school, their credentials. Like if they're just somebody that, I was a wrestler for like a year and I'm going to open up my own school because I didn't make it as a wrestler, but now if I run a company and run a business, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Don't sell yourself short. Go to a school that's actually worth it and worth your time and worth your money. Somebody that's not out there just to get your money and then you're stuck. You know what I mean? So that's the best advice I can give.
That's great advice. Research, definitely.
I mean, here's the thing. Like I said earlier, like I went to school in CZW. I went to school in Newman Rising. I was one of Matt's original students, and it didn't work out. But then I came back, 33 years old, and I'm fucking doing this. Here I am. You can accomplish anything you put your mind to. Like I got 4 kids. I work. I got all this shit going on, but I still am here for wrestling because it's my dream. You can do anything you put your mind to. Age is just a number. Don't let anybody tell you like you're too old to do this, because you're not. As long as you have the will and the dedication to do it. Age is just a number.
Dave from 2300 Wrestling Podcast said, "Get well, man."
Thank you. I appreciate it very much.
I love it. So tell everybody where they can find you if they want to follow you and support.
On Instagram, it's at Anthraxx. I don't know if there's an at on Instagram, but either way, it's Anthraxx, H2O. Anthraxx is spelled with 2 X's. And on Twitter, it's at Anthraxx, H2O with 2 X's. On Facebook, just look up Anthraxx with 2 X's. You'll find me somewhere on there.
All the info's in the description below, guys. So go give some love, definitely some support. Go buy some shirts, support the man. If you can come down to H2O tomorrow, come down. I'll be there causing havoc, bring streamers. So, I mean, you've witnessed me there causing a lot of havoc. So, but it's good havoc. So, I love when I start breaking the wrestlers. That's kind of like my thing that I try to break in the ring. But I do a lot of breaking outside.
I mean, you and your friend were there at Pay Your Dues, and it was like I was like, when I pulled the table out, and when I went up to the thing, I was like, "Hey kids, you want to see a dead body?" Like when I jumped off that scaffold, it's pretty close. So I mean, good call.
Yep, we were loud, so be loud at the indie shows. Again, go check it out. Definitely subscribe to the IWTV app. I know if you use the code HUSTLE, that's the H2O code for 5 days free. So
I don't know if we're still doing that.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think it still supports us, whatever, but I don't think we do the 5-day free trial anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
I remember the last time I did that, Matt had said, no, we're not. That's not a thing anymore.
Okay.
So I was like, okay.
I'm sorry. I try, guys. I even try to get a code, but they're not even giving me a code.
Subscribe to IWTV anyway.
Yeah, it's really good. All the wrestling. There's a lot of great stuff on there. Like, get on it.
There's a lot of great stuff on there.
Definitely check it out.
Anything you can imagine. Like most of our entire catalog is on there. So if you want to go back and watch the time that, My suggestion is the first match, the first show you watch is probably Last Extravaganza, night 1 and night 2.
Yeah.
That will give you the best taste for
Oh,
H2O.
yeah.
But then you can go back and watch our older stuff. Like when we went to Ohio back, geez, like maybe like a couple years ago. The 1 year anniversary, I think, is on there. I think it's on there when Pondo faced Jimmy Chondo Lion, and Chondo got hit by a car that Pondo was driving. That was fun. So all that fun stuff is on there.
A lot of great matches. So
you can watch our new what is she? The director of something. She's the boss in charge now. Tara Calloway. Yeah. She's the boss in charge. You can watch her go 1-on-1 with oh God, who was she facing? If Ryan was here, he would tell me. But it was a no rope barbed wire match. It is fucking phenomenal.
Oh man, so funny. But definitely go check it out. Like again, I go back and I rewatch because there's so many.
Maria Manic, not to cut you.
Oh,
her versus Maria Manic. No rope barbed wire. Matt was a special guest referee, and it is fucking phenomenal.
Definitely go back and check that out. So I think I've seen that. Definitely. The Last Extravaganza is so good. And the Sean Henderson shows are great.
Sean Henderson production is right on there.
Oh my God, they're
right,
so
right
good.
next to H2O.
Yeah, so good, so good. And then next weekend is Deathiversary, so definitely check that out. I'm really excited. So you don't know what's gonna happen.
I will be there. It's gonna be a great show. Special start time though. We're starting at 6 o'clock.
Oh, cool. You and your wife could sit with me then. So
yeah, she could sit with you tomorrow. She'll be there.
There you go. Tell her to sit with me. I'm cool. I'm with it. So if you guys are there tomorrow, come find me. So I'll be there with streamers. So, but anyway, thank you, Anthraxx, for coming on. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad that we got to chat. I'm glad that we could support the show tomorrow. So
my pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely, anytime. So, guys, again, like, share, subscribe to the No Holds Barred Network. Stay safe and support independent wrestling. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.
Bye.